Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. My name is Annabelle M. Bacote, best in English 2. On this video, I will be going to discuss the TPR or the Total Physical Response. So we have here the contents. First, the introduction. Second, the characteristics of TPR. Third, the application of TPR. Fourth, the basic principles of TPR. Fifth, the advantages and disadvantages of TPR. And the last one is the conclusion. So for introduction, the Total Physical Response or the TPR is a language teaching methods built around the coordination of speech and actions, attempts to teach language through physical or motor activity. In TPR, instructors give commands to students in the target language and student responds with whole body action. On these slides, it's clearly stated here that the instructor gives commands to the student and then the student responds with a whole body action. Though they can use language or speaking, but they are actually encouraged to use the whole body action for response. The Total Physical Response or the TPR was developed by Dr. James J. Asher on 1977. A professor of psychology at San Jose State University of California. He developed the TPR or the Total Physical Response as a result of his experience observing young children learning their first language. He noticed that the interactions between parents and the children often took the form of speech from the parents followed by a physical response from the child. Dr. Asher discovered that the first language that learned by the child is the physical response or the physical communication. Since the baby can't speak or can't say any words after she or he born, he or she can totally communicate to his parents is the physical touch or the physical communication that they have. So we have here the three hypotheses made by Dr. Asher. First, that language is learned primarily by listening. So we can't learn if we cannot hear any languages coming from our parents or to our teachers. Second, that language learning must engage the right hemisphere of the brain. The last one, and that learning language should not involve any stress. The key components of TPR: first, the movement as memory enhancer. Second, use of imperatives as the method of instruction. On these slides, clearly stated that the characteristic of the TPR, the student should be active and more talkative since the learner rules of listener and the performer, and the teacher and the students have the communication of the body movements since we are talking about the motorist students and also the teacher has the motorist attitude on this kind of method. And the best example of this method is the spirited people who can't talk without action. In every small detail of the story, they give the spirit of action and they act it like they are the actor of the story. So we have the picture here and has the three words in the side. First, the listen or listening, which is the primary source of learning, especially to children. And the second one is watching or watch, which is they watch the actions of the parents or the people around them and then they imitate it or imitating. They will reproducing the action or the words that they heard and the actions that they saw on the people around them. Application of TPR: first, reading, predicting skills and reading the text. Second, writing, making dialogue, picturing. Third, vocabulary, reality, demonstration, conversation. At last one, structure, reality, demonstration. We also have here the basic principles of TPR. Listening ability and vocabulary must be developed first. There must not be any stress in the class. Regular repetition. action verbs are the core of TPR. TPR is also techniques of teaching vocabulary. No forcing but exploit the students' errors for exposing other structure points. Expose the natural use of language. Create an artificial English community in the classroom. The more often we trace memory and the more intensively we repeat, the strong the memory associations are, and the more likely it will be recalled. And for the next slides, we have here the advantages of the TPR. It is a fun, easy, and memorable. It is a good for building vocabulary. It can facilitate students with the meaning in real context. It does not require any great deal of preparation. Help the students immediately understand the target language. TPR is inclusive and works well a class with mixed ability levels. Helps learners achieve fluency faster in learning language. It benefits the struggling students. Create a positive thinking. That is the advantages of the TPR. And of course, we also have here the disadvantages of TPR. Students are not generally given the opportunity to express their own thoughts in a creative way. It can be a challenge for shy students. It is not a very creative method. Overusing TPR causes someone easily bored. Certain target languages may not be suited to this method. It is limited since everything cannot be explained with this method. So for conclusion, the total physical response is one of the teaching methods that emphasize active learning through actions. It means that learners' speaking skills through listening to their teachers and before requiring them to speak, and asking them to practice using verbal communication accompanied by physical actions. And don't forget the 3 basic steps that use in this method. First, the listening. Second, the watching. Third, imitate repeatedly. Remember, the effectiveness of the TPR, the total physical response, often lies in active participation and enjoyment of the learning process. And that would be all. Thank you.